Have you been looking for the perfect tackle, storage, and power solution for your kayak? I think I got it figured out for you. And I'm gonna show you what I got, how I built it, and how you can do it yourself coming up.
Here's your shot.
Holy fish, bud.
I'm Sean Ritter. I love the outdoors, hunting, fishing. I work a hectic, not traditional job, and I love being a dad. This is my outdoor journey and how I manage my time. I'm here to help you rethink your time and join me, Return to Wild. Hey, what's going on? If we're just meeting for the first time, my name is Sean Ritter. I have a passion for kayak fishing. If you've been here before, thank you so much for following along the journey, being a part of this channel. And if you are new to kayak fishing or been in it for a while, but you're looking to take your fishing to the next level, you're gonna love this entire series of videos that I've done as I've upgraded a lot of things on my kayak for this season. This one being what I think is the pride and joy of my creations. This is what I'm calling the ultimate tackle crate storage power hub for a kayak. So it is an all-in-one encompassing, powering, rod holding, tackle storing beast that all is one unit. Now I car top my kayak or SUV top my kayak to and from the lake, which means I have to take everything out of a vehicle, put it in the kayak, then when I get off the water, I have to take it off, put it back in the vehicle. So I wanted to eliminate all of the things and try and make it pretty simple, where it'd be one simple thing that I could kind of plop in and go. Aside from my fish finder transducer I have to put on the kayak, but this was it. So I thought about it for a while, and I know I definitely wanted 6 rods. So I got some rod holders that I built up onto the side of this, but I wanted something that could house a 20 amp hour battery, that I could have some switches and plugs on it, that I could power my fish finder, and I could power my GoPro while I'm filming on the water. And so this is what I came up with. This DeWalt, it's the T-Stack Deep Storage Toolbox. What's really cool about this one, that of all the ones I looked at, I liked, was this top storage unit here, a place where I will keep all of my terminal tackle, so I don't have to have it in one of the storage containers inside. So look, it's a very sturdy, rugged case. It's got metal clasps. It's open, and here's where I store everything. I've got, all my tackle trays with some crankbaits, spinner baits, swim jigs, and then soft plastics are all lined up in here. I'm all set to go. I keep extra spools of line, and I just got this little thing here that kind of sits on the bolts, pulls off, just store some miscellaneous tackle stuff, and then there I've got my 20 amp hour battery that runs to all of the switches. And then obviously, as I talked about, the top portion here that it opens up and stores all terminal tackle, I think is absolutely going to be key and awesome, easy to get to some of that stuff. All right, so as I talked about wanting to power all of my stuff in one unit, I've got the Garmin EcoMap UHD 93 for my fish finder that's on my kayak, and I wanted to power that simply. So I put in this standard SAE port in front here. So then when I set my kayak up, put my fish finder on, run the cord behind my seat, plug it right into that port, and everything will be all powered. In the corner here I built in this marine strip here that houses obviously my voltmeter. I've got a USB port. I'll turn it on there so you can see it. So my voltmeter, I've got my USB port here that I can power my GoPro. That'll be right off an arm on this side. And then if for some reason something were to happen with this USB port, I've got an additional just 12 volt cigarette lighter that I can plug one of those USB adapters in there and still have power that way. So it was key to have all of this power simply plug and play right on the unit. And what's great here is if I wanted to add something else, I can always add another one of those SAE ports that could power, say, a power pole. Or if I eventually went to a motor, I could probably step up to the battery and put some sort of plug there. And again, housing everything, battery, tackle, all in this one unit was absolutely key, because again, it's one thing that I take to and from. I'm gonna link all of the pieces and components that I used to make this down in the description. So if you wanna go ahead and click there and order up all this stuff and do it, I think it cost me about $60, $70 for the toolbox and all of the components, the wiring, everything like that I did to it. The battery obviously separate, so you have to have your own lithium battery that you'd put inside it, but just the general box itself without the battery, I think it was about $60 to $70 that I stuck in this entire thing. So I mean, it's like it's pretty slick. You got, on the side here, the rod holders, and put tools and stuff in here. One tip that I'll give with this specifically is the rod holders I ordered are 12 inches long. This, if I want the lid to work, wasn't gonna work out, so I actually had to chop off the bottom, I don't know, 4 inches, 3 inches of these, so it would fit perfectly. Additionally, if you look at the sides, they're differently. I've got the tool tray on this side, but not on this side.
because again, with the electrical outlets here, it wasn't going to work because it sticks out too far that it wouldn't work out. So I just put these on one by one. Another thing you're going to see, this is I think the most genius hack that I put in. I needed a spacer because if you can see the flare on this, when you open and close the lid, it would catch on that if you mounted it flush up against the side. So I needed to stick it out just a little bit. And I thought to myself, what do I have? What can I do? I know you could probably use, if you got like a piece of, you know, the Kayak or whatever, the plastic, you could cut that and put it in. But I just so happen to have a bunch of these little 6-pack holders from buying craft beer. It comes in the snap-on plastic pieces sitting around. So I just simply cut those off. I stack 2 of them here, drilled a hole through the middle so the bolt goes right through that and bolts in. And it gave me just enough space to slide it out. You know, and you looking at it from the outside, I don't even think would realize it and would think that it's absolutely just something built right in. But that was my little hack here. You can see right here, this one here. Oh, the bolt goes right through that. So pretty simple. 6 rods will sit right up on it. And like I said, terminal tackle storage, not done loading it full of stuff. I just kind of threw some stuff in to shoot the video, kind of show you. As this is again, new upgrade, just adding to the boat this year. But I think it's pretty slick. I might still try and find a way to take this tackle, you know, the plastics and put them in something. You know, the other tackle storage situation that I had kind of one big tray that held all of the spare line and the plastics all in one. If you want to check out that video, by the way, another super cheap build. I was able to build a Kayak Crate for like 10 bucks. So I'll have that posted here in the description as well if you want to check out how I built my other crate that I'm now upgrading to this one. But again, tackle trays. As soon as I figure out this situation, I can probably add in another tackle tray or 2. I would say if you don't do the soft plastics in here, I mean, you can see you could easily put 6, maybe even 7 of these tackle trays in here. But again, you know, I'm just going to be able to be specific to what body of water I'm fishing, and I can put what I need. If it's somewhere I'm going to do a lot of jigs, I can have a jig box. If it's somewhere, again, I can get some crankbait stuff, some top water, I can specialize it, and that's really cool. And you don't have to carry around all that weight, but you can have everything you need all in one. And that's what was important about this build, was that I was going to have all of the stuff that I needed all in one thing, so I don't have to have a separate box for this, separate box for that, all laying around in a crate that's just like falling around. And then in the fact that I can have all of my power built right in, that was huge. So again, that's it. That is my ultimate tackle storage power hub solution for my kayak. If there's any questions you've got about this build and specifics of how I did it and how to do it yourself, I'd love to help you out. Drop a comment below. We'll give you all that. Plus, don't forget, I've posted all of the stuff that I bought to build this, including the box and everything, all in the description, so you can purchase everything and do it yourself. But I think this is overall the absolute best solution for being in a kayak. Now, this actual toolbox itself is 17 inches wide. Once I add these on, I'm looking 24 maybe wide. So again, you got to make sure it's going to fit in the back of your kayak, but most of them, this should be able to fit in your rear tank hull. But this is going to be awesome. Keep the weight all behind me. 1 unit to and from. So if you love this, if you love kayak DIY, some more stuff like that, you're going to check out the rest of the videos that are in this entire series I've done of how I'm upgrading my kayak for this season, including mounting a transducer, different locations. You could do that on your kayak, to the actual unit that I have that I'm adding on my kayak as far as fish finder goes, to just some general tips and tricks, things that I've learned after a full season of kayak fishing and now getting into a season of tournament kayak fishing. So drop a comment below, something specific you want. That tells me what content you want me to create for you on this channel. And again, if you want to follow along with that, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss when I post a video each and every time. So yeah, I'm gonna figure out the rest of this tackle storage thing, get gear in order, because we're gonna get back on the water. So we'll catch you on the next one. There he is. Hooked up. He's burying himself in the weeds. Hooked up again. Nice little guy. Fatty too. Look at that. Boom!